Hey everyone, this is the third video and the last part on the series on identifying multi-bagger ideas. In the first part, we discussed 5 foreign institutional investors that I closely track for multi-bagger ideas along with their portfolio details. In the second part, we discussed 6 super fund managers of India with exceptional track record of wealth creation and the portfolio details of their mutual fund. In this third part, we'll discuss 6 ace investors that I closely track to identify multi-bagger ideas. Earlier, I had 4 names in the ace investor list, but I have decided to add 2 more names in this list. Okay, before we proceed, if you haven't watched the first and second part, I would recommend you pause this video and watch them first. I'm sure you will get many insights on multi-bagger opportunities. By the way, recently I also discussed a very important concept of preferential allotment, which many people are not aware of. A lot of FIs, DIs, HNI participate in preferential allotment, and historical data suggests that many companies with preferential allotment have created massive wealth for the investors. So do watch that video as well. Now, before we discuss the 6 ace investors and their portfolio, I would like to set the context here. The idea behind this 3 video series is to help you track top investment firms and individual investors to help you find multi-bagger opportunities. But that does not mean you copy them blindly, because at the end of the day, it's your money and only you are responsible for your failure and success. I always say that if you want to create wealth in the stock market, you need to learn how to study the company, because during the bull run, every stock looks great. The real test happens during the bear market or when a specific sector or stock falls. In that case, if the company is fundamentally strong, that correction will only create a buying opportunity. But if you don't understand the business, you will panic and sell. And that particular decision would separate the winners from the losers in the stock market. Personally, I track many top FIs, super fund managers and ace investors, but at the end of the day, I take that idea and then study the company in detail, try to understand its business model, leadership, future prospect, then financials, key risk and valuation. Then I analyze my own risk appetite before making a decision on whether I want to add that stock in my portfolio or not, because these ace investors have a very high risk appetite. Hence, they mostly invest in small cap or even micro cap companies, because even if they lose a few hundred crores, it won't make any difference in their lifestyle. But we can't afford to lose a significant sum. So don't blindly invest in a company. It's very important to make a fine balance in your portfolio across large, mid and small cap. Then second big lesson from this entire exercise of tracking the portfolio of these 6 ace investors is each one of them has different winners in their portfolio. Yet they all have created amazing wealth, because they do their research, build conviction before investing and stick to their conviction. And that's what I expect from you as well. Get ideas from these ace investors, then do your research to build conviction on selected few companies that can become your multi-baggers. With this, let's get started with the list of 6 ace investors in the list. So the first HNI that I track very closely is none other than Mr. Ashish Kacholiya. I'm sure you all would be aware about him. Although he's not very active on his media interaction on TV and other media channels, but he has got a Twitter handle that I track closely. So if you look at his education, he has got bachelor's in engineering from Mumbai University, and then he has done master's from Jamnalal Bajaj Institute. As far as experience is concerned, he started his career in 1993, so it's been more than 30 years now, and he served as head of research at Edelweiss. Then in 1999, he co-founded Hungama Digital with Rakesh Jhunjhunwala, and 2003 he started Lucky Security. If you look at his current net worth, it's more than 3,000 crore as of today. Now, how do you see his portfolio? So one is you watch it on the screener. I'll anyways provide the link in the description and pinned comment. And second option is via the Trendline website. So let me just share the Trendline website first. On top, you have the superstar section. If you click on that, you will get individual investor list, institutional investor and FIs list. So within individual, you have all this list. Within that, you have got Ashish Kacholiya. Now, first thing that I want to discuss with you all today is this particular chart, because this is very, very interesting. If you try to understand this journey of Ashish Kacholiya, how he has created wealth. So in 2015 December, his net worth was 393 crore. Then over the next 2 to 3 years, his net worth zoomed to 877 crore. Now, just look at what happened all the way from 877 crore. By end of March 2020, his net worth was 393 crore. He was back to square one, where his net worth in December 2015 was. So 5 years of no return, right? So this is what is stock market all about. We always look at stock market as a machine to mint money, but that is not the case. It is very difficult to make money, because it is always very volatile. Now just take a moment and try to digest this. Imagine, forget about 300, 400 crore. Imagine you invested 10 lakh rupee in 2015 and your money became, let's say, 20 lakh. Okay, doubled in 3 years. However, over the next 2.5 years, your 20 lakh fell down to 10 lakh. How many of you would have the courage to remain invested in the market? Because your first reaction would be that 5 years you are where you started, right? 10 lakh you invested, again back to 10 lakh. And that's where majority of people lose their patience and conviction. And that's what separates people like Ashish Kacholiya from the rest, because he, in spite of, and this we are talking about crores, 877 crore, his net wealth fell down to 393 crore, yet he did not lose patience. And what was the result? He got rewarded big time and his wealth zoomed to 3,300 crore by June 24. Recently, there's a slight correction where his wealth is now 3,100 crore. Again, important point is that there has been a very sharp rally in mid cap and micro cap, small cap segment. So there can be a case where there's a correction in the future. Again, will it happen right now, 2 quarters, 1 year down the line? Nobody knows. But the point is that you should always be aware of the fact that stock market does not provide linear return. It's always very volatile, but those who keep patience and remain invested in good companies with conviction, they get rewarded, right? So this is a brilliant example. Now coming to his portfolio, so you can get all these details here on Screener, but I like to track it on Screener website where I'm more comfortable. If you look at the shareholding, he has got Aditya Vision in, he invested in March 2023, and it has created a very good wealth for him. Let me just give you an example. So in March 2023, when he invested, it was at levels of around 1400, and from there today it is at 4500. So in around 1 year, his wealth has zoomed to nearly 3 times, right? But then it is not always the case. I'll give you more example. So he has got Adore Welding as well, although slightly has reduced stake in March quarter. Again, a reminder, some of the companies have not declared their June holding. So please don't think that they have sold it. Unless we get the detail for June, we cannot say anything. Now we have got Agarwal Industry in his portfolio where is increased allocation. I'm not sure about this company. So it's 1700 odd crore company. Haven't studied it. The next very interesting example is Ami Organics, where he entered in September 2021 with 1.35, in fact increased the stake. And if you look at the share price movement of Ami Organics since September 2021 when he entered, it's been around this levels of 1200, and today also it is at same level. So almost 3 years, no return. So it's not that if Ashish Kacholiya has entered in the company, it will just zoom out, right? So there can be a case where the share fall. So the point I'm trying to make is that you have to keep conviction. What Ashish Kacholiya did is he increased allocation. Although recently there's a slight reduction in allocation, but the point is that it's all about conviction. In fact, his recent allocation is more than his initial investment. Apart from Ami Organics, he has got Balu Forge, where he has also created a lot of wealth. Again, a great case study. So if you look at Balu Forge, he entered in the month of September 2023. And if you look at Balu Forge journey in September 2023, it was at around this level. And if you see from the lows of 56, it already generated a lot of return. But Ashish Kacholiya just did not look at past return and said, no, this has already generated returns, so let me not invest. Because a lot of retail investors think that if a stock has already generated a lot of return in the past, it cannot generate much return. He always look at the future potential. And I always say that past return is fine, but you have to look at the future potential. From those levels, it has still continued to generate return, and today it is at 400. There was a phase when it fell down sharply, but then from those lows, again, it is at 400. So the point is that again, conviction and patience. Then he has got Barbecue Nation. By the way, this is one company which is very interesting. I looked at the FIs also that have increased their stake, and it includes top FIs like MIT and Nomura is also there. Then DIs are also holding this company. In fact, UTI has got it in their children's hybrid fund, and public holding include likes of Ashish Kacholiya. Yet this stock has not generated any return. In fact, since the highs of 1600 in November 21, this stock is at 535. Still, these ace investors have invested and remain invested in the company, which is, but again, obviously time will tell whether this was a good decision or not. But this is again a very interesting case study. Then he has got Beta Drug in his portfolio since many years now. Bharat Bijli he entered in long back, but he has probably exited now. One of the reasons is probably the valuations have stretched. Then he has got Carousel in his portfolio since many years now, since year 2016. Wow. So if you look at Carousel journey, he invested long back and holding it for a very long time. So Carousel again has not generated much returns. I'll share this chart. If you look at it last 3 years, look at this, it's flat performance. Maybe this could be an opportunity now. So worth studying. Again, I'm not saying buy it, but worth studying. Then he has got Phase 3 in his portfolio. Again, one company from textile space that can do very well in the coming time. Then we have got Finiotex Chemical he has got in his portfolio. One company that is not shown here is your brand concept. So I'm not sure why screener is not showing, but if you look at the investor presentation, it has got Ashish Kacholiya. In fact, Ashish Kacholiya has consistently increased the stake since December quarter, and brand concept has again underperformed since a while. So if you look at it from January peak, it has corrected significantly. So Ashish Kacholiya has actually increased the stake in that company. Apart from this, Ashish Kacholiya has got Finiotex Chemical in his portfolio. He's got Garware High Tech. Then he has slightly reduced stake in Genesis International. Gravita India is again, he has increased the stake and holding it since a long time now. Gravita India, we have discussed it in detail. It's into your recycling. Then he has got HLE Glasscoat in his portfolio. Apart from that, he has got Knowledge Marine. Then he has got La Opera RG. Then he has got Likhita Infra. And then he has got NIIT Learning that he invested last year. Apart from this, he has got PCBL, although he has reduced allocation in the company in latest quarter. Then he has got Raghav Productivity, where he is holding stake since a long time now. Repro India is again, but he has reduced stake. Next, he has got Sasta Sundar Venture, and then Shally Engineering is there. Shankara Build, although he has reduced stake. Stovecraft he is holding since a long time, has not changed any allocation. Stovecraft has also not generated much return. Then he has got Vaibhav Global, although he has reduced stake in the company. Then he has got Xpro and he has got Yasho Industry. In fact, Yasho Industry has consistently increased the stake. So these are the companies that are probably worth studying. If I just summarize the portfolio of Ashish Kacholiya, this is the list of companies that he's holding for a long time: Aditya Vision, Ador Welding, Agarwal Industry, Army Organic. And if you look at the market cap, they're all small cap companies. Now, as far as new stocks are concerned, in the last few quarters, Ashish Kacholiya has not really added anything. So one of the reasons is probably he also feels the markets are a bit stressed and not able to find much opportunity. So that could be a case. Although some of the June holding is not yet declared, so we are yet to see all the details. By the way, again, you can't just buy all this stock in his portfolio, and that's where. Although I like Ashish Kacholiya portfolio, one of the best thing is he always try to identify fundamentally strong companies with very solid financials. A lot of ace investors try to identify companies that have turnaround story, but they don't have very strong financials in the present. So that can be a very risky, but Ashish Kacholiya approach I really like. Again, you can't invest in all his stock. So what I do is I try to analyze a lot of companies, and then of course I try to analyze the market situation. And I've created this weekly video series, which is an exclusive series. The idea is simple. A lot of you watching this video, I'm sure you won't have a lot of time for the research. That's where I try to pitch in with nearly 8-10 hours a day of studying the companies and keeping a close on the market. I keep a close on the quarterly results of the company, key updates in the market, government policies, and try to identify ideas. So that's what I try to share. Again, it's only for long-term investor, not a buy sell call. Just, share my thought process, my conviction, where I'm investing my money, why I'm investing. You can explore it on my website. So that's my website. You can go to course section and get the detail. Or you can also get it on my YouTube channel, where you have this join button. So you can get it from there as well. Moving on, second HNI in the portfolio that I track very closely is Mr. Mukul Agarwal. He's got more than 30 years of experience in the stock market, and his current net worth with stocks more than 1% holding is more than 6,000 crore. If you look at his portfolio, he has got, by the way, he's the one he invested in Newgen long back, but now he is actually, he sold it a few quarters ago. Then if you look at his portfolio, he has got lot of stocks in his portfolio. He's got Alcargo Gati, then he has got Alcargo Logistics, then he has got Apollo Pipes in his portfolio for a very long time. If you look at it since March 18, he's holding Apollo Pipes, so looks like he's quite bullish. Arman Financials he's holding for many years now, although he's slightly reduced his stake in the company. Then he has got BSC in his portfolio that he invested recently. Recently means in September 23 last year. Apart from this, he has got CET, where he has not changed anything since 2 years now. Then he invested in Concord Control recently in March quarter, so probably worth giving it a look. Apart from this, he has got your Dishman Carbogen in his portfolio, where he has increased stake in March quarter. A new company that he has added is Reading Corporation. This was done in your last quarter of March, so probably worth spending time on research. Then he has added Hindustan Rectifier, where he has increased stake in June quarter. He has got Indian Metals as well. Indocount he has got for very long time now. Indocount we have already discussed in detail. Then he has got Infobeans Technology, Intellect Design he is holding for a very long time. He's got a very good allocation there. Ion Exchange, I'm not sure why it is not showing margin. Anyways, he has reduced stake in the company. He's got ISMT, where he has increased stake consistently in last 2 quarters. J Kumar Infra he's holding for a very long time. Then he's got few more names like Kingfra Science, that's there in his portfolio for again many years now. LT Food is part of his portfolio, although he's slightly reduced allocation. Lux Industry is a new stock in his portfolio in June quarter, and if I share its share price journey, if you look at it, it's been a big wealth destroyer. If you look at it 3 years, so after generating humongous return during COVID, it fell down from peak of 4,500 all the way to 1,000. From there, there's a sharp rally recently, and also the fact that the textile industry is looking quite interesting. So yeah, he has entered, which is a very interesting thing, maybe worth giving it a look. Then we have got MPS. He has got Newland Lab from pharma space, where he has consistently increased stake. And then he has got, Newgen Software he invested, but he exited, right? Nuvama Wealth is there, where he invested in December quarter. Oriental Rail is again a new addition in last month in his portfolio. And, it's been a while. Stock is touching upper circuit for a long time. And from the lows of 200, it is already at 434, so nearly doubled. Then he has got PDS, he has got Pearl Global, he has got Prakash Industry. He also invested in Prakash Pipe recently. Okay, so that is also his recent investment. Radico Khatan he is holding for a very long time. Raga Productivity is part of his portfolio. Raymond is there, again very interesting. Then he's got Sahyadri Industry in his portfolio. Then he has got Sarda Energy. Then he has got your Stride Pharma in his portfolio. So quite a few pharma names also. We discussed in DI section also. Pharma sector is looking very promising. Sula Vineyard is part of his portfolio, where he's increased allocation. Again, I've discussed it in detail. Surya Roshni is there. Then Suryoda Small Finance is also part of his portfolio. Again, could be a potential turnaround story. Tal Enterprise he's holding for many years now, and so it's a long list. Tejo Engineering is there. Then Thomas Cook is there in his portfolio. Traxon Technology is holding for almost 7 quarters, and again it has not created any wealth, but still he's holding on to Traxon. He has got Vidhi Specialty as well. Zen Technology, although he's reduced stake, and he's got Zota Healthcare. Right, so these are the stocks in his portfolio. Again, if you look at this Trendline website and find out Mr. Mukul Agarwal details, look at his journey. His wealth was around 200 crore in 2015, and now it is showing 6,000 crore. So humongous wealth creation, again same story. It from 200 it jumped to 500, fell down to 337 crore, right? So these guys, they have seen that brutal correction. They did not lose their nerve, and that is the result. From 300 crore today, in 3 years or just 4 years, his wealth has zoomed more than 20 times to 6,000 crore. So exceptional journey again of Mukul Agarwal. Third HNI that I track closely is Mr. Akash Bhansali, a CA by education, and his net worth is also more than 6,000 crore. If you look at his portfolio, so he has got Amber Enterprise that he's holding since March 2018. What a conviction. It's been many years now, right? Then he has got Arvind Fashion, although slightly reduced stake. Dilip Buildcon is a new entry in his portfolio in June quarter, probably worth studying. Then Genus Power, he's got although slight reduction in allocation. We have discussed Genus Power in detail. Granules India is there in his portfolio. Greenlam Industry is there where is increased stake. Then Gujarat Fluoro is part of his portfolio for a very long time. IDFC is holding for a very long time. Inox Wind is there, although she's reduced allocation. Laurus Lab he was holding for a long time. Then he probably reduced the allocation to below 1%. But again he has increased stake in Laurus Lab. That's a positive thing, right? A lot of retail investors do not like Laurus Lab, but ace investors like him adding Laurus Lab speaks a lot, right? So probably worth studying. Natco Pharma is there. So a lot of pharma names you see in these ace investors list as well, along with your DIS list. 197 Paytm he has added in. So this is very, very interesting. We all know what has happened with Paytm, that brutal correction. But interestingly, Akash Bhansali has taken a bet on Paytm. Let's see what happens. Then he has got Praxis Home in his portfolio. Then Ramakrishna Forging he is holding for a very long time. So then he has got some company called Saraswati Commercial. I'm not sure. He has got Schneider Electric in his portfolio for a very long time. It's been a huge wealth creator. He identified long back. Then Shilpa Medicare he has got. Srinath Investment is part of his portfolio. Sterlite Technology is there where he's holding 1% stake. Then he has got Wellspun Living as well. Then RK Forging, Schneider Electric, Shilpa, Sterlite, Wellspun. New names include Dilip Buildcon added in June 24, Genus Power added in December, Granules added in December, and 197 added in again June 24. Then if we quickly look at Akash Bhansali journey, wealth creation, that's here. And the same thing, look at this, exponential wealth from 195 crore, today it is at 6,400 crore, right? So exponential journey, what a wealth creation. Fourth person is Mr. Sunil Singhania. He's a CA by profession, and he has got, he's a founder of Abacus Asset Management, ex-global head of equities at Reliance Capital, one of the key person that was responsible for humongous growth in Reliance Capital Asset Management. Currently, his net worth is more than 3,000 crore. Let's have a quick look at his portfolio. So I'm not sure why it is not showing on screener. That's why I have to take reference from Trendline. And if we find out where is Sunil, yeah, there you go. So Sunil Singhania journey, if you look at it from levels of around 15 crore in 2018 all the way to 3,000 crore, exponential journey, right? What are the stocks he has got in his portfolio? Mastech he has got in his portfolio. PSP Pro, although now it is below 1%. ADF Food he is holding for a very long time. By the way, you can also look at this entire history since when he is holding the stock. Then he has got HIL Limited, JK Infra Projects. A lot of infra names are also coming up. Then Jubilant Pharmova is there. Rupa is there in his portfolio from textile space, which is looking quite promising. Sarda Energy is there. Siaram Silk is there. Technocraft Energies. Then Ion Exchange, although he's reduced stake in the company. Then he's got DCM Shriram. Stylum Industries part of his portfolio. Shriram Piston he added in December 23 quarter. Then Hindware Home Innovation is part of his portfolio for a very long time. Ethos is also part of his portfolio for a very long time. Unipart he added in March 2023. Dynamatic Technology, an IT company where he increased allocation from 2.5 all the way to 2.9%. Then he has got Carousel as well. Carousel again is a part of lot of ace investor portfolio. Edgy Infra is part of his portfolio. Then he has got IIFL Securities as well. Then he has got Root Mobile. Then EMS is part of his portfolio. Apart from that, so yeah, this is the list of stocks from Mr. Sunil Singhania portfolio. These are the names, and Shriram Piston is the new addition in December 23 quarter. Fifth HNI is Mr. Vijay Kedia. He has got more than 30 years of experience. So one of the aspect of Vijay Kedia is he has been very vocal about the risk that are there in the market, and I absolutely love his thought process. I follow him on Twitter, and I'm sure you all would have followed him. Now, one of the inference that I have got from his investment style is he has got a knack of identifying companies that are struggling and have got a potential of turnaround. So he tried to identify those kind of companies and try to invest in those companies. Currently, his net worth is around 1900 crore. And if you look at his portfolio, he has got affordable robotics, very micro cap kind of company in this portfolio. Although he has reduced stake in the company, again, there's no guarantee that, if Vijay Kedia is invested, the company would make money, right? So look at this. In last, 1 year, stock has been falling and, correcting and consolidating. Then he's got Atul Auto, where he's also a director. He has increased stake big time in the company. Elcon Engineering he's holding for a long, although reduced allocation recently. Then Global Vectra he has invested in March quarter and again increased the stake. Although these are quite risky companies in terms of, very small market cap, and P ratio, you can't look at it. You can't look at ROE, ROC. So financials, you can't really look at it. You got to understand the business and really identify if there's potential. Like I said, they have the appetite to take risk. So understand your own risk appetite and then take the decision of investment. Then he has got innovators in his portfolio. Apart from that, he has got Precision Camshaft. He is quite bullish since a long time. Rapco India is there. Then he has got Siaram Silk. Then he has got Sudarshan Chemical that he is holding for many years now. Although he has reduced allocation, but is still holding a significant quantity. Talbros, again, he has reduced allocation. Weber Global is also part of his portfolio for many years now. So that's the update on Mr. Vijay Kedia. If we quickly look at his portfolio, new addition is Global Vectra. It's a micro cap company, and these are the few stocks that is holding for long. Final name in my list is Mr. Madhusudan Kela, masters from KJ Somaiya, experience of more than 30 years, worked with lot of asset management firms in the past, currently holding asset worth more than 2,200 crore in his portfolio. How is his portfolio? Not a big one, but he has got Bombay Dyeing in his portfolio. He has got Indostar, where he is consistently holding stake. Iris Business is holding for many years now. Then he has got Copran in his portfolio. Neogen Fintech, new addition in his portfolio in September 23, quite interesting. Then he's got Rashi Peripheral, Repro India is there. Sammy Hotel he has added in December. We have discussed it in detail. And Sangam India is there, although he's slightly reduced. TRIL he invested and then he has recently reduced stake. One of the reasons is probably the valuation has stressed. Stock has generated humongous return in last 1 year from 85 all the way to 716. So this is the list of all 6 HNIs that I'm tracking closely. Like I said, I don't follow them blindly. I try to get ideas and then I do my research to identify the potential opportunity. And of course, I align it with my own risk appetite. These guys have got high risk appetite, but yes, it's a good way to identify multi-bagger opportunities. Again, there's no guarantee that all the stocks would create multi-bagger return, but the approach of identifying stocks, studying them would give you a lot of knowledge and would help you in your own investment journey. So this is it for this video. I hope you'll find it useful, and if you find it useful, do share it with your friends. I'll see you in the next video. Till then, take care.